What's going on, guys? John Ludler here from codemy.com, and in this video, we're going to look at vertical sliders with PyQT5 and Python. Now, guys, like I said, in this video, we're going to look at vertical sliders for PyQT5. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more like it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out codemy.com, where I have dozens of courses with hundreds of videos that teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off memberships. All my courses, videos, and books for one-time fee at just $49, which is insanely cheap and tripling in price in the new year. So if you want to take advantage of this special offer, be sure and do it right away before that offer goes away. There's an announcement video I posted last week about that, so check that out if you want to know more. Okay, in the last video, we looked at horizontal sliders. In this video, I want to look at vertical sliders, and that's just sliders that go up and down. Now, these are very, very similar, and this is kind of cheating a little bit here. We could have talked about this in the last video, but I am on vacation this week, so this is a very quick and simple video, but there's a couple little differences from the last video, so we'll talk about those. So let's head over to our code. I'm using the Sublime Text Editor and the Get Bash terminal as always. And as always, you can find a link to the code in the pinned comment section below, as well as a link to the playlist with all the other PyQT5 videos in this series. So check that out if you haven't so far. So I've got some basic PyQT5 starter code that we've always got. I'm calling it slide_vert.py, short for vertical. And the first thing we want to do is open the designer. So let's head over to our terminal. I'm in my C PyQT5 directory. I got my virtual environment turned on, and let's run the designer. And when we do, we want to create a new main window, and let's resize this guy a little bit as we usually do. Okay, so first things first, we want a slider. So I'm going to type in slider, and last time we did horizontal. This time we're going to do vertical. So we can put this wherever we want, kind of resize this guy, make it as big or as small as you like. That looks good. And we also want a label. So let's pull this over and somewhere right around there. Come down here and change the size of that font, make it nice and big, and then come up here to geometry and click the little arrow to make that nice and big. All right, that looks good. Resize it a bit more. I don't know, is that centered? Good enough. All right, so let's go File, Save As, and we want to be in our C PyQT5 directory, and I'm just going to call this slide_vert. Okay, that looks good. Head back over to our code, and let's open that guy up. So open file, slide_vert. Oh, I called it slider_vert. Okay, we'll have to change that here to slider_vert. Good enough. Okay, so let's import our widgets. So we need a Q slider. So let me copy this, bring that up here. And we've also got a label. So let's find that Q label. There we go. That looks good. And now we want to define our widgets as we always do. So I'm going to call this self.slider because it's a slider. And this is going to be a self.findChild. And there we go. Let me just copy this, do another one. We also have one for the label. And let's grab those widgets. So QSlider is the slider. Pop that in there. The name of our slider is a vertical slider. Remember the last one was called horizontal slider, I believe. Okay, so that looks good there. Also come down here and do the same thing for the label, Q label, and the name of it is just label. Okay, so now let's come down here and what do we want to do when we move the slider? Well, same thing with the horizontal slider. We just call self.slider.valueChanged.connect and then pass in the name of the function we want to call whenever the slider moves. And I'm going to again call this slide it. All right, so let's copy this, come down here, and let's create that function. So to define slide it, we want to pass in self, and we also want to pass in value, which is the value of the slider as it gets moved around. And whenever the slider moves, we want to change the label. So let's just go self.label.setText, and we want to pass in the string value of value, which is just this guy right here, which is the position of the slider as we slide it around. So, okay, let's go ahead and save this, slide_vert. Let's run this guy and see if that works. So Python slide_vert.py. And here we see, zoop, that seems to work. So you'll notice it starts at 0, goes up to 99. Just like with the horizontal slider, we can change that to anything we want. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's set the slider properties. So again, self.slider, we can .set minimum. And, we'll set that at 0. We want to go self.slider.set maximum. We want that to say, let's say 50. So let's go ahead and save that and run it, make sure that worked. So now it starts at 0, goes up to 50. Okay. And all of these properties that worked with the horizontal one will work with this vertical one. So we can call self.slider.setValue, and this will set where the value starts. I just wanted to start at 0, so I'll put it at 0. But if you wanted to start it at 10, it would start at 10, right? We can also go self.slider.setTick.position. And this is a little bit different. So we want QSlider dot what? Well, for the other one, we had ticks above, ticks below, and ticks both sides. For this one, we have ticks left or ticks right. So let's go ahead and save this and run it, see how that looks. So now the ticks are on the left-hand side, as you would probably expect. We could also go ticks right. Save this and run it, see how that looks. And amazingly enough, now they're on the right, right? And, that's cool. And we can also go ticks both sides, just like with the horizontal slider. Let's save that and run it. And we see, yikes, that is all kinds of ugly, but I don't know. Maybe that's what you want. So, okay, that's cool. I'm going to go ahead and change that back to ticks what? Right, maybe? Left? I don't know. Whatever. So, okay, that's that. We can also go self.slider.setTickInterval. So if we want them to be spaced every 5, that's how we do that. Save this and run it. Now you see the intervals are at 5, right? So I can still, if I use my up arrow key, it still goes 1 at a time. It doesn't go up 5 each time. We could change that if we wanted to. And we do that in the same way that we did the horizontal one, self.slider.setSingleStep. And, we can set that to 5 too. If we save this and run it, or, any other number you want. Now, when I click on this and hit my up arrow key, boom, it pops up 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And just like before with the horizontal slider, we can drag this and we can still do 1 at a time. But if we use our arrow keys, it pops it at 5. So that's pretty much it, right? So not very different really at all from the horizontal one. I should have probably done this all in one video, but it's nice to have 2 videos in case you're looking for a specific thing, a specific vertical or a specific horizontal. And also I'm on vacation, so this is gonna be easy for today, right? So that's all there is to that. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out codemy.com. You can use coupon code YouTube1 to get $30 off membership. So you pay just $49 to access all my courses, over 47 courses, hundreds of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Join over 150,000 students learn to code just like you. My name is John Elder from codemy.com, and I'll see you in the next video.